So, Christ is real. Christ is real. I'm going to explain to you how the people live. A lot of people is distracted, right? And they just live. A lot of people just live. And I was about to say, see, that's the problem, but it's not really a problem. They just live. But you have to understand that, you have to put Christ in your life. You have to understand that, it started from somewhere. It started from somewhere. And I know that people think about this and, it just goes back to your mom having you as a baby, but it goes deeper than that. It gets deeper than that. And a lot of people find this out in these times. A lot of people find out a lot of things because they're focused on what they should be focused on. Having yourself all there. In this world, man, you have to have your head clicking. They're focused on having their head, everything. Just everything all in one. Making sure that, you're paying attention. Making sure that you're doing everything you can for you and your family. They're not seeing the signs. They're not seeing what's happening. I don't even want to call them distracted. As I said, these are just people that's just living life. Some of us know. Some of these people aren't even distracted. They're just literally living life. But it's something that can't be explained. It's never, I'm pretty sure that Christ, I'm pretty sure that this isn't nothing, I'm pretty sure that this isn't a problem for our Creator. Jesus, he sees how people, live. Christ, what I'm trying to let you guys know is our Creator is not only real, but our Creator is around us. Jesus is around us. And he sees how we live. The most important thing to him is seeing how we live. You understand? So we don't know that Christ is literally all around us, but he is. I'm telling you. I'm trying to let you guys know. And he's seeing everything. And let me tell you one thing about Christ. One thing about Jesus. We know that Jesus is always for good and always for love. So you can't compare it to this, but what I'm going to be doing is trying to let you guys understand more. When you get someone angry, right? When you get certain people angry, these people won't snap. Some of these people won't snap right away. They will charge up. They will just sit. They will day by day, however long it goes on, they'll just sit. And if they're good people, who may take, for example, they may have anger issues. These people will sit and they won't snap. These people won't snap. But what they do is they charge up. So what Christ is doing is seeing that in a time like now where the world should be doing the complete opposite. He's seeing how people is living, seeing the way how the world is going, seeing all these things. And in these times, we are doing the complete opposite of what we should be doing. We're doing the complete opposite of what we should be doing. So our Creator is charging up for the reset. It's nothing more, nothing less. You can see the signs from now. You can see that the wrath has started. And they know. They know. And once again, just like what they did when Jesus Christ walked the face of this earth, they'll continue to say, if this person is a loving God, why does he bring wrath? You can't understand. It's impossible for you to understand. You just can't understand. What I don't understand is how much Christ loves everybody. The love that Jesus Christ has for you is something that can't be explained. And not only that, But the fight that this individual has to fight is something that cannot be put to words. It can't be put to words. And his fight, his achievement, makes him the person that he is. Not just because he's the creator, not just because he's in charge of all this that continues on a day-to-day basis as a continuous cycle,